Donald Trump is a multifaceted figure whose influence has permeated various domains, including business, entertainment, and politics. Born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York City, he first garnered attention as a real estate mogul. His brash persona and savvy marketing skills soon extended beyond real estate, and he later became a household name through his role as host of the reality television show The Apprentice. It was Trump's entry into politics, however, that catapulted him to global prominence. In 2016, he launched a campaign for the presidency, ultimately winning the election and serving as the 45th President of the United States. He won the election, again, in 2024, making him the 47th president as well. Known for his polarizing rhetoric and unconventional approach to governance, his presidency reshaped American political discourse and brought significant changes to domestic and foreign policy. What does Donald Trump believe about politics? Trump's political ideology is fundamentally rooted in nationalism, encapsulated in his America First slogan. This approach prioritizes American interests in trade, immigration, and foreign policy, emphasizing the need to protect domestic jobs and industries over international commitments. Trump positions himself as a champion of the forgotten American worker, often criticizing the political establishment and elites. His rhetoric appeals to working-class voters who feel marginalized by traditional political processes, advocating for policies that he claims resonate with their needs and concerns. Trump is a strong advocate for stricter immigration policies, arguing that uncontrolled immigration threatens American jobs, culture, and safety. His administration pursued measures such as the travel ban from certain countries and a focus on building a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border to curb unauthorized immigration. Trump believes in placing judges who interpret the Constitution as it was originally intended, often emphasizing the need for strict constructionist judges. His 3 Supreme Court appointments have been pivotal in reshaping the judiciary, reflecting his belief in conservative legal principles. Trump has a contentious relationship with mainstream media, often labeling unfavorable reporting as fake news. He believes that much of the media is biased against him and has consistently attacked institutions he perceives as adversarial. This stance reflects a broader tendency to challenge political norms and conventions, reinforcing his image as an outsider. What does Donald Trump believe about finances? Trump strongly advocates for tax cuts, arguing that reducing taxes for businesses and individuals stimulates economic growth. His administration implemented the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act in 2017, which aimed to lower the corporate tax rate and provide tax relief for middle-class families. Trump believes that a lower tax burden encourages investment and job creation. Trump emphasizes the importance of deregulation, particularly for the financial and energy sectors. He argues that reducing regulatory burdens allows businesses to thrive, fostering competition and innovation. During his presidency, he rolled back numerous regulations that he claimed stifled business growth. Trump supports an America First approach to trade and economics. He believes in protecting American jobs and industries through tariffs and trade agreements that are favorable to the U.S. This perspective led to renegotiations of key trade deals like NAFTA, transforming it into the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA. While Trump initially campaigned on the importance of reducing the national debt and balancing the budget, his presidency saw an increase in the national deficit, partly due to tax cuts and increased military spending. He has expressed a willingness to run budget deficits if they contribute to economic growth. Trump has a long-standing belief in real estate as a key investment vehicle, stemming from his upbringing in a family of real estate developers. He has often highlighted real estate as a solid investment and actively promoted his own real estate ventures as indicators of financial success. What does Donald Trump believe about culture? Trump emphasizes the importance of American nationalism and a strong sense of patriotism. He believes in promoting American culture and values, often framing discussions around immigration and diversity through the lens of maintaining a distinct national identity. He has frequently criticized movements that he perceives as undermining American traditions. Trump positions himself as a critic of political correctness, arguing that it stifles free speech and honest discourse. He has often used provocative language and has co-opted populist rhetoric to challenge conventional cultural norms, asserting that being politically correct hinders his ability to communicate effectively with the American public. Trump aligns with cultural conservatism, advocating for traditional family values and opposing movements he perceives as promoting radical social change, e.g., gender equality initiatives, LGBTQ+ rights. His administration's policies often reflected a more conservative stance on social issues, appealing to evangelical and traditionalist voters. Trump has positioned himself as a staunch supporter of law and order, particularly during periods of civil unrest. He believes that maintaining public safety and law enforcement is vital to American culture and society. Trump often advocates for a strong police presence and has called for harsh measures against protests he deems violent. Trump has publicly criticized what he terms cancel culture, regarding it as a threat to free expression and a tool used by left-leaning groups to suppress dissenting opinions. He argues that this phenomenon undermines American values and seeks to limit people's ability to express their beliefs openly. What does Donald Trump believe about family? Trump emphasizes the importance of traditional family structures, often promoting the idea that stable two-parent households are vital for raising children and maintaining societal stability. His rhetoric frequently aligns with conservative views on marriage and family. Trump has expressed the belief that the government should support working families, advocating for policies that promote job growth and economic opportunity. This includes initiatives aimed at boosting wages and job creation, which he argues are essential for family stability and well-being. During his presidency, Trump advocated for family leave policies, including supporting paid family leave for new parents. He argued that such measures would help families balance work and childcare responsibilities and contribute to the overall well-being of children. Trump is a vocal opponent of abortion and has positioned himself as a defender of pro-life values. He believes that protecting the unborn is a critical family issue and has taken steps to support legislation that limits abortion access while advocating for the rights of the unborn. Trump's immigration policies, particularly the zero-tolerance policy that led to the separation of immigrant families at the border, have generated significant controversy. While he defended these measures as necessary for enforcing immigration law, many critics argue that they undermine family unity and have lasting traumatic effects on children. What does Donald Trump believe about religion? Trump has cultivated strong support among evangelical Christians, often aligning himself with their values and issues. He has taken steps to court this demographic, including promising to uphold religious freedoms and support pro-life causes, which resonate with many evangelical voters. Trump frequently emphasizes the importance of religious freedom, asserting that it should be protected from government interference. He has signed executive orders aimed at safeguarding religious liberties, claiming that individuals should have the right to express their beliefs openly without fear of retribution. Trump has a strong pro-Israel stance, which aligns with both his evangelical base and his own beliefs. His administration's recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital and the subsequent support for Israel's policies have been framed as part of a commitment to religious heritage and the biblical significance of the region. Trump has often criticized specific Muslim-majority countries and has proposed policies that align with restricting immigration from these nations. His rhetoric surrounding this issue reflects an overarching view that seeks to prioritize national security, emphasizing his belief that certain groups could pose a threat. Trump frequently employs religious imagery and language in his speeches, suggesting a connection to faith and divine support. He has referred to God and has invoked religious themes to bolster his political messaging, often appealing to voters' faith and moral values. What are Donald Trump's most supported ideas? Economic growth and job creation. Trump campaigned on the promise to boost the U.S. economy by reducing taxes, deregulating industries, and encouraging job creation. Many Americans, regardless of political affiliation, generally support policies aimed at economic growth and employment opportunities. National security. A strong focus on national security, including border security and combating terrorism, resonates widely with the American public. Trump's emphasis on securing the nation through strengthening immigration laws and military support reflects a belief that safety is a primary government responsibility. Law and order. Trump has positioned himself as a law and order candidate, appealing to a broad audience concerned about crime and public safety. His support for police and law enforcement resonates with groups advocating for community safety and stability. America First foreign policy. Trump's America First policy, which prioritizes American interests in foreign relations and trade deals, is a belief that many Americans support. The idea of putting American workers and national interests at the forefront has garnered broad appeal, regardless of partisan alignment. Veterans Affairs. Trump has shown a belief in the importance of supporting veterans, advocating for reforms to improve the Veterans Affairs (VA) system and increase healthcare access for veterans. This issue transcends political lines, as caring for veterans is widely seen as a moral obligation. What are Donald Trump's most controversial ideas? Immigration and border security. Trump's hardline stance on immigration includes calls for building a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border and implementing strict measures to limit both legal and illegal immigration. His comments regarding immigrants, particularly from Mexico and certain Muslim-majority countries, have sparked significant debate and criticism, with many labeling them as racist or xenophobic. Response to racial issues. Trump's responses to racial tensions in the U.S., including his handling of protests related to police violence and racial inequality, have drawn criticism. His comments about both sides during the Charlottesville rally in 2017 have been particularly controversial, as many felt he failed to adequately condemn white supremacists. COVID-19 response. Trump's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic has faced widespread criticism. His downplaying of the virus's severity, promotion of unproven treatments, and shifting guidance have been controversial. Critics argue that his responses contributed to public confusion and a rise in cases and deaths. Climate change denial. Trump has been widely criticized for his dismissal of climate change as a significant threat, frequently stating that climate policies are detrimental to the economy. He withdrew the U.S. from the Paris Agreement, leading to backlash from environmentalists and concerns about global warming. Authority and the press. Trump has openly criticized the media, labeling many news outlets as fake news. His attacks on the press as an enemy of the people have raised concerns about press freedom and the role of journalism in democracy, leading to accusations of undermining the First Amendment.